These YouTubers are killing me. All they do is complain. I know. Tell me about it. They say they want something new, we give them something new, and then they complain that their favorite scents didn't come back. We bring their favorite scents back, they complain that nothing is new.
Oh, and the Instagrammers are even worse, constantly saying what they would have done differently, redesigning our collections and labels, making fun of our descriptions. They're never satisfied.
All they talk about is the Sweet Shop collection this and the Sweet Shop collection that. We bring back the Sweet Shop collection this fall, and they say that it sucks. I know, and hot cocoa and cream was in that collection, and that was a top-selling scent. If we hadn't brought that back, we would have never heard the end of it on social media.
Obviously, they're going to complain no matter what we do. There's no way to satisfy them.
Wait, what about this? We give them exactly what they're asking for. Then we'll see if they complain about it. But we already burned our bridge with Harry Slacken.
Yeah, and we already talked to Ryan Gosling about being a spokesmodel. He said he prefers Yankee.
No! We give them the Sweet Shop collection again. Not the crappy one from fall, but the one they always rave about. The one they say could never be beat. They'd probably complain about it being all repackages, and then we'll know there's truly no way to make them happy. That's the idea. We bring back the Sweet Shop collection, the same scents, with the same labels, exactly the same. Then we see what they say.
That's so crazy, it just might work.
And they can't accuse us of copyright infringement if we're reusing our own designs.
And if we release it at SAS, maybe it'll distract them from how crappy and boring the new spring candles are going to be.
Alright, social media critics, you want your Sweet Shop back? Fine, you'll get your Sweet Shop back.
Willie, you are such a genius.
Hey guys, it's Bren, and I'm here with my 2017 Sweet Shop Collection haul from Bath & Body Works. Quite a lot to talk about in this video. I've got 12 candles that I got, and I'll give you a little history of the Sweet Shop Collection here, although I know that if you're watching this, you probably already kind of know what's going on, and maybe you watch other reviewers and you're on Instagram, but just in case, the Sweet Shop Collection originally came out in 2014 as a spring release right after the semi-annual sale, and it was just loved by many. It was really cute, it was really cohesive, just very well conceptualized, a lot of good scents. And because of that, I think ever since, reviewers and fans have always compared everything else to that 2014 Sweet Shop collection that was just so great. And that collection actually had quite a few failed test scents. So the collection was much bigger in the very few select test stores that existed nationwide. But then there were like 5 scents that never came out nationwide. And those became very hard to get, very coveted unicorn candles that have been selling for a lot of money on eBay ever since. And the collection, though, that did come out nationwide was still really great and had some really great scents in it. And then I think the first that I found out about this was Candle Day, like early December, $8.95 candles. Some people were finding Sweet Shop candles in the stores, and they had the same labels, same scent, same almost everything, different lids, but we'll talk about that in a second. But they were new pour dates, so they weren't just old candles. It was like they were bringing this collection back, and now we know that they have decided to bring this collection back for semi-annual sale, and it includes a lot of the original failed test scents. It doesn't include everything from the original collection, and I'll tell you what they've included and what they haven't in a second here, but it's pretty much back, and some stores are putting it out early, so that's why I have it now. Believe me, I thought I was gonna have to wait because last weekend I must have called every Bath & Body Works store within a 50-mile radius of me. I mean, I called like 20 stores asking if they had this collection out yet, and none of them did. But a little birdie named Olivia told me on a comment that I had made on Sean's video that my store had them on Tuesday. So my whole family came over for my mom's birthday, and then as soon as they put their coats on, I was like, okay, time to go. You guys gotta leave because I gotta get to the store tonight. And I did, and I went and I got 10 candles that day. No, I got 8 candles that day, and then I went back and got 4 more the next day for a total of 12 from the Sweet Shop collection. And I guess if stores have been running out of other candles to fill shelf space, they're putting Sweet Shop out early. The official launch isn't until the 26th, but it seems like a lot of stores have it out now. The only thing is the sale is kind of crappy right now, $15.50 candles. I put 2 together in each transaction and then did a 10 off 30, and the only reason I did that is because I should be able to go back and get a price adjustment when they do go on sale at semi-annual sale. They're rumored to be $10 at SAS, and so it should take the percentage I got off with the coupon and apply that to the new price, and if I did my math right, I should be getting at least like $40 back. 2 of the candles were exchanges, but I have 5 different receipts from the other transactions that I'm going to be going in there getting price adjustments on. So sales associates' worst nightmare, but for $40, I'm going to do it. So let me get into the actual candles here. I'll show you what I have from the old collection. So I, back in 2014, didn't go to test stores, didn't really even know where any of them were. I was just getting into this. I had some Sweet Shop candles from the nationwide release, but the original failed test scents were the Pineapple Cream Puff, Pink Bubblegum, Lavender Marshmallow, Honey Cinnamon Crumb Cake, and Pink Lemonade Pound Cake. And the first 4 of those are coming back. Pink Bubblegum we originally saw nationwide just in a mini, which was weird, but never a 3-wick. The rest never went nationwide at all. Pink Lemonade Pound Cake came out in a mason jar size, this medium size, nationwide. So I have this one. I'm really disappointed that this didn't come back for whatever reason. They decided not to include this in the 2017 launch. Maybe because lemon drops is in it. I don't know why. I do know that this was really light and didn't hardly throw at all, but I only had this size, so I don't know how the 3-wick did, but it's a really, really good scent. It is like a little tart and tangy, but it also is very realistic, like a cake type scent, like a lemon poppy seed muffin or something. I would have definitely bought a few of these, but I'll have to just be content with this little amount that I have left because we didn't get that one back. The other scents that didn't come back don't matter so much because in the original collection there was Watermelon Lemonade, Cinnamon Sugar Donut, and Red Velvet Cupcake, but those have all came back since in other collections or repackaged with other names and whatnot. I mean, Watermelon Lemonade you can go get right now, and Cinnamon Sugar Donut is called Cinnamon Spice Vanilla right now. You can go get that too. Red Velvet Cupcake came back last winter at least. We'll probably see it again. So the other scents that didn't come back, not really a big deal. But from the original collection, coming back, we've got Frosted Cupcake, Lemon Drops, Raspberry Peach Macaron, Strawberry Sorbet, and then the other 4 that originally failed test, the Pineapple Cream Puff, the Pink Bubblegum, Lavender Marshmallow, and Honey Cinnamon Crumb Cake, for a total of 8 in the 2017 release. Now, the other thing I've got from the original Sweet Shop collection is my Raspberry Peach Macaron candle, and I also had this in a mason jar, and it's weird, the mason jar has like glitter in it. I don't know if you can see that, maybe just a little bit, but like the pound cake one doesn't, so I don't know why this one did. But I have this scent, and this scent has actually made a few of my top 10 lists in the past for like scents that I thought that they should bring back and whatnot. I do like it, but I can't burn it all the time because it's super, super, super sweet. Super sweet. Kind of has like a cotton candy vibe to it, but it was one that I know a lot of other people wanted it to come back. We never saw it again after 2014, never repackaged. I always wondered why, but this is all I had left from that release. This was actually a 2013 pour date. And the old collection had cute lids here, whereas the new collection just has plain lids. That really doesn't surprise me because for semi-annual sale candles a lot, they just do plain lids because they don't do bells and whistles and extra special things on SAS candles a lot of times because they know they're all going to be selling them all for cheap, and so they don't put a whole lot of effort into it. We don't really know why they decided to bring this collection back. We can speculate, but it sure was probably a winning decision for them. I mean, they didn't have to put any work into it. The work was already done. They just had to re-pour the scents, and it's going to sell really well. I already feel like between when I went to my store Tuesday night and Wednesday afternoon, like the shelf looked more empty. And so get these candles as soon as you can. I have already burned some of these, and so I will do some post-burn reviews, but I don't know that I'll have those out in time for you guys to go get these candles. So I'll try to incorporate some of my thoughts just from the little bit that I've burned them kind of as we go through here. So hopefully that can help you out when you're making a decision about what to purchase and what not to purchase. But be prepared with your coupons and your baskets and your sale prices and whatnot when you go in. If you want these candles, get these candles, because a lot of these we will probably never see them again. I mean, we already thought we were never going to see them again. This is like a weird kind of miracle. And so I think a lot of these, we will probably never, ever see them ever again after this. So buy liberally. You can probably sell them on eBay in 6 months for a lot of money anyway, if you change your mind. I don't have time for that kind of thing, but if you do, maybe I'll buy some from you, because I already don't know what's going to happen here with me and if I'm totally done. I feel like 12 is enough. Like, I should stop. I spent a lot of money, but I don't have every cent. So the 2 scents that I did not purchase are the pink bubblegum, because that's just personal preference. I hate bubblegum. I talked about that in a previous video. They brought that back as Girl Gang this winter, which was so ugly and gross. If you have Girl Gangs, go exchange them for the Sweet Shop version with the better label, unless you really like the Girl Gang label. But I hate the scent of bubblegum. I hate it. I've always hated it. I hated it as a kid. My doctor always gave me a stick of bubblegum every time I went. It was disgusting, and just, I don't like bubblegum. So I didn't get that one. And I also did not get Frosted Cupcake. I do not like their Frosted Cupcake scent. It is very similar to Mary Cookie, but there's one big difference for me, which is that their Frosted Cupcake and their buttercream icing, which is basically the same, and maybe they've called it a couple other things too. But for me, it smells good on cold sniff, but then when it's burning, it always kind of, there's just something that gets a little funky about it, kind of burnt or bitter, and it just doesn't smell delicious anymore. It's kind of a bitterness that takes over. And oddly enough, I get the same vibe from the Yankee version of like buttercream. And so I just don't like it. And Mary Cookie doesn't do that for me. Mary Cookie stays good and has like kind of a more like buttery, salty cookie vibe to it. So I much prefer the Mary Cookie that I wasn't able to get this holiday season. I hope they bring that one back next year because I have like a half of one from last year left only. But I'm not a fan of the Frosted Cupcake, so I didn't get those 2. But of course, now I'm sitting here like, you know, I'm only missing 2. Maybe I should just have the whole collection. I don't know why I feel that way, because I've never felt in the past like I needed to get like a whole collection before, but this is just such a, like a beloved collection. I don't know. Like, I'm just going to say that I wouldn't be surprised if I end up getting the other 2, but I haven't yet. So let's go through what I did get though and talk about it. We'll kind of go from most boring to most exciting. So to start us off, I grabbed 1 Strawberry Sorbet. This was not part of my original when I went the first time, but the next day I grabbed it for one stupid reason, which is that on my big candle shelf, which by the way is completely over capacity and I need to get another shelf. But you know, my candles are stacked in like columns of 3 and I like to put like labels together and collections together. And I was like, well, I have just 5. It's gonna look kind of weird. I should get a 6th. And I decided to get this one over Frosted Cupcake because it was just like a brighter color. And since I'm using it mostly for display purposes, but this candle is just the same as Strawberry Picnic, which is also repackaged as the Happy Easter candle for 2 years in a row. So if you ever had a Happy Easter candle, this is the same scent. It is not realistic at all. It doesn't smell like Strawberry Sorbet. You know, if you want a realistic strawberry ice cream scent, the Summer Scoop from Yankee is like dead on strawberry ice cream. This is just some kind of like weirdly, I mean, it's very sweet. You know, around Easter time, they call it cotton candy. There's definitely an artificial berry scent with it. It kind of maybe smells like strawberry pop rocks, kind of. Like that's maybe what I would compare it to, but definitely, I don't know that it really smells like Strawberry Sorbet, but I don't know, I burned Happy Easter, and I probably will burn this one maybe a couple times just to kind of see how I feel about it. It is super sweet and super artificial though, but not necessarily terrible. Some people like it, and I don't hate it. So I grabbed one of those, and then Also kind of a little bit more boring because that one was out the first time. This one was out the first time and has come back a million times since. I grabbed one Lemon Drops. Lemon Drops is a good scent. It's just the same as limoncello and sugared lemons and sugared lemon zest. And they've probably called it a bunch of other things that I'm forgetting. They've stuck with limoncello for quite a while now, but if you know the limoncello candle, it's good. It's really good. And that's the same candle as this. I don't have any limoncello in my collection though, so I figured I'd get this one with the cute label, you know. It's very fresh, lemony scent. I don't think it smells like cleaner, even though I do with a lot of lemon candles lean that way. But no, they've done a really good job with this. I would have much rather seen, and I don't want to get too much into like what I would have rather, or like I'm happy to have the Sweet Shop collection back, but I would have rather seen Strawberry Rhubarb Marmalade come back than Strawberry Sorbet, and I would have rather seen the Tuscan Lemon Tart candle come back instead of just this again. Sweet Cherry Pie would have been great in this collection, but they didn't add anything to the collection this time around. Man, oh man, they should totally do a Sweet Shop 2, and they should totally call me, and I will consult for free. But I grabbed one of those. It is darn good. I mean, it really is. It's just, we've seen it a million times since. Okay, so what else is exciting? All right, let's talk about the Raspberry Peach Macaron a little bit more, because now I can show you side by side. So I got 2 more of these. Some people have purchased like 10. I went and I burned my old one again before my store had these because I wanted to see how I felt about it. And then I went ahead and I burned this one time too. It's good, man. It's good. It's just really, really sweet. I mean, this whole collection is really sweet, obviously. But this kind of, like I said, it has a cotton candy vibe as well. Smells the same. They are the same scent. Look at the difference in wax color, though. I don't know how well my camera is showing that off, but this is definitely a light pink, and this has kind of faded. It's either faded or maybe like originally, because the mason jar is also the same. It's just like more of like a light peachy pink. I don't know if that's age or if it's slightly different, but the scent is exactly the same. Again, different lids here. You can smell a little bit of almond in this. And you can smell a little bit of raspberry, but there's no tartness or anything. It's just sweetness. I don't really get peach, to be honest with you, but it certainly is a cute candle. It's good if you're in the mood for something really, really sweet. So I got 2 of those. What else? Okay, let's talk about Lavender Marshmallow. So this one has been sold because it was originally a failed test scent that you could not get nationwide. All the other 3 that I just went through, you could get those nationwide, but now we're getting into the failed test scents. So this has been selling for a lot of money over the years, and it was considered a really big like unicorn candle and really unique. But as I sit here and I smell it, I gotta compare it to the Paris Lavender Macaron from when was this released? This was poured at the end of 2015, so this was a spring 2016 release, so 2 years after the original 2 years ago. Yeah, they just smell exactly the same to me, honestly. I've seen some people try to say that they're a little different, but I feel like any minute difference between these 2, and both of these are new unburned that I'm comparing, any little difference is just maybe just batch variation or age. I don't want to tell anybody they're wrong. I'm just saying, to me, my nose is not picking up a difference. It smells exactly the same. But then I'm like, so why, when this was so like loved and everyone was freaking out about it all the time, when this came out 2 years ago, why weren't people like, this is Lavender Marshmallow, it's back, and they've called it Paris Lavender Macaron now? It's got to be one of 2 things. Either people didn't realize it, or the people who had smelled Lavender Marshmallow didn't want to believe that it was back because they wanted to believe that they had something unique and different. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like people would do that, but maybe just like subconsciously. You know, or people were just wrong, or nobody actually had a Lavender Marshmallow to compare it to. I don't know. More likely, though, they have changed Lavender Marshmallow. I have not, in everyone that I watch on YouTube and everyone that I follow on Instagram, come across anybody who has the original failed test scent Lavender Marshmallow on hand and has compared it to this new version and said if they're different or not. But it's either gotta be, I mean, if these are the same, and I believe that they are, it's either gotta be that the original Lavender Marshmallow was this and we all just kind of missed it, or they've changed it and this is different than the original. I went back and I watched my review of the Paris, and I say in there that some people have compared it to Lavender Marshmallow, but ultimately said it's not the same. So there was talk comparing these two, but whoever, I don't cite my sources, whoever said they weren't the same. I don't know though, guys. These are the same, and that's why I only got one of these just kind of for like collector's sake, because I liked the scent but didn't love it. I'm not really a floral person. This one's okay if I'm gonna do floral, but you know, having both of these, like, I'm good. I don't need anything else. So I just got one of those. If anybody has the original from 2014 side-by-side comparison with the new one, and then comparing it to the Paris, I'd love to see that. But I cannot give you that. I never had the original. I never spent $100 on eBay for it. So, okay, where are we here? I'm losing track. We got 2 more to talk about. Okay, let's talk about Honey Cinnamon Crumb Cake. Didn't know what I was gonna think about this one. Got one the first day, and this was my main reason for going back. I lit this up, and then I was like, must have more, and I went and I got 2 more the next day. So I ultimately came away with 3 Honey Cinnamon Crumb Cakes, and it's really nice. Really, really nice. Now, I know Sean already did this comparison, but I'm going to kind of agree with him that it's very similar to Cinnamon Sugar Donut, which is the same as Cinnamon Spice Vanilla, and that's what I happen to have on hand here. And so it makes sense that originally they didn't bring both of those, you know, out past test nationwide, because it would have been sort of repetitive to have this and Cinnamon Sugar Donut. They're very similar. And then it makes sense why they brought this back this time. They didn't bring Cinnamon Sugar Donut back. Yes, they're similar, but they are definitely not the same. I think there's more of a difference maybe than Sean does, but I'm agreeing that they're very similar. The difference for me is that this has more in-your-face spice, and this is softer, and it has the honey. The honey really softens it up. So I feel like here you get added honey, but less cinnamon and less spice, and this one's a little bit more just kind of in your face spicy. It doesn't have the honey to smooth it out. Other than that, they're very similar. But I really like this better. I do. That's why I got 3. I like this better. It's really, the softness is really nice. The honey is really nice in there. I really, really enjoyed it. Only have burned it once so far, but I do recommend this. So when you're planning, if you give this a sniff on cold, you think you like it, I recommend it. It wasn't the strongest, but it wasn't weak either. It was very medium. So, you know, I'm okay with it. I really like that one. Okay, and then finally, another failed test scent. I'm out of room for where to put these. I just have all the candles sitting on my desk chair right here, and it's just a mess. Pineapple Cream Puff. I got 4 of these. I got 3 on my first trip, and then the next day I grabbed 1 more. And I had lit it up in between to see if I liked it burning, and I did. So I was like, I'm going to get just 1 more, because I feel like particularly with probably Raspberry Peach Macaron will probably never come back after this, but I'd almost guarantee Honey Cinnamon Crumb Cake and the Pineapple Cream Puff will probably never ever come back after this. You know, sometimes I really like a candle and I don't get enough, and then later I kick myself when it doesn't come back, but I don't get a ton right away because I feel like it might come back someday, whatever. I almost am just positive that, like, it's weird that we're seeing this collection again, so a lot of these will probably not come back. So if you love them, get them. So yeah, I got 4. It does not, I will tell you, burning, it was on the weaker side, probably no stronger than like a 4, but did okay in the office. I love the scent. If you like pineapple desserts, like pineapple upside down cake, something like that, I mean, it's really good. It does not really give off too much of a bakery note, but it smells like the filling on this guy. Not this, not really getting bakery, but getting a sweet pineapple, not the same kind of pineapple that you get in like their golden pineapple candle or, you know, their other tropical candles where it's like really zingy and sour. It's just a nice sweet pineapple, and then it's very creamy And it doesn't really smell like, I'm trying to see, do they have anything? They don't put the word vanilla in here at all. And it doesn't really smell vanilla. It's creamy and smooth without screaming vanilla. It's just a smooth, creamy pineapple. It smells exactly like I would imagine the filling on this to taste. Really just nice. I like it. I'm really glad that this came out. This was the one I was most excited about because I never smelled it the first time around, but it seemed right up my alley. So good. So here's a picture of my entire Sweet Shop haul. And like I said, I will be going to get my price adjustments, and hopefully that'll go smoothly with my 5 receipts. Get a little bit of money back since I paid so much, but totally worth it. I'm very happy. Like, this just made me happy. Like, the first night that I came home with them, and I was just looking at them and burning them, and I was just like, I'm happy right now. You know, I had the endorphins going, and then I, went back the next day, got a few more. I feel pretty satisfied right now. Right now, I have no intention to go get the bubblegum and the cupcake or anything, but, you walk into the store, and I'm going to walk in to get my price adjustments, and I'm going to start looking around, and I'm going to be all like, oh my gosh, I got the 10 off 40 SAS coupon. Let's see, what do I want to do here? I don't have any plans to get anything at actual SAS, but famous last words, and you guys have heard me say that many times before and then come back with another haul video. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my Sweet Shop Collection haul and mini post-burn reviews. I think I'll probably come back and do post-burn reviews, like I said, on some of these that I haven't reviewed before, but I don't know how soon I'm going to be able to get those out. Probably not before you need to go buy these candles before they run out. So hopefully this video was helpful enough, and like I said, a bunch of other reviewers are already reviewing them and stuff too. I'm a little bit late to the party in terms of this collection. But thanks for watching. And I will be back, so subscribe for more. You can follow me on Instagram at Candles and Music. And I think that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.